Alright, I'm starting this episode, and if you remember during the last episode we had a little argument about what the Cyberdyne Systems logo looked like, and we checked, and who was right?
It bore a resemblance to what you'd drawn. Yeah, it was pretty similar, although it was the colours were all wrong. It didn't have any shading on it, and it didn't have the word Cyberdyne Systems written across it either. So that's Fleet High Street, isn't it? It's not London at all.
Oh, I've got a bitch in the background.
So we're sort of breaking our rule about not getting anybody else in the shot. Look at you, what's wrong with you? Look, you look all suspicious. Back in Fleet High Street.
Yeah. What does nephew stand for?
Don't know, you never figured that out. It's just a play on the old uncle, isn't it?
Oh, there's
Giggles? The fancy dress up, that was
We
shit.
actually got told to fuck off from here. Not Giggles, this big tube.
Yeah.
Because it's apparently illegal to fucking...
It's terrorism, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
Terrorism. It's dangerous.
Critical levels of him, innit? Yeah. Stay safe.
Yeah. This is, I mean...
Fun is the key.
It's silly, really, this episode, because the two things that we're taking the mick out of and spoofing are two things that most people haven't seen. I.e. the man from Uncle at this stage with nephew and the yellow badges and the secret tunnels.
It's like I just say, we actually just walked into this hall. It's
we did.
It's like in Fleet, and we just walked in.
Yeah, we just walked in.
I was shitting myself all this time because I was thinking, oh god, somebody's going to come and
we just walked into this council office building thing and started throwing this shit. That's that suit jacket from episode 16. You can see the flowers still. And that wasn't even on the tripod. The camera was just on a chair, so we didn't want. And this, I filmed that when we were filming episode 7 up on top of that asteroid mountain. That plane flew over.
That's a beautiful little shot.
It is, yeah. I saved it and fucking kept it.
But anyway, this also, as we were saying before I interrupted, this samples a Japanese film called Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Which is apparently going to be remade for an American audience.
Is that right?
Yeah, so it'll be shit.
Yeah, so this is in the first time we filmed over in the woods in Fleet, isn't it? Right?
Game. You bought me that from him. No, you bought it for yourself and you gave it to me for my birthday because it was shit.
Yeah, that's right, well, it didn't work, did it? What was there something funny about it? Like you couldn't turn it off?
You couldn't turn it off. You could turn it on. You only turn it off by unscrewing the back.
Yeah, you had to unscrew the battery.
And it's like the most non-making sense game as well. It just went on forever, you shooting things with no discernible point.
It wasn't. I bought it for £1 from the Packy shop.
Can't say that.
No.
The nigger shop.
That was actually, I was sitting on my bed at my nan's house filming this bit.
Right.
And you'll notice in a minute that this screen changes. You're holding it very still, aren't you? You'll notice that the screen changes after the briefing to that readout that was on the screen in episode 7.
There's a bag again.
And it is that bag again. And there's the old Ruger, eh?
Yeah, that's Steve Ray's gun of choice. Is that sort of only became his gun of choice in later episodes?
Yeah, from sort of now onwards, really, yeah. There's my Budweiser hat, which I got free. Well, I didn't have to buy a load of Budweisers to get coupon. There it is. The SR7. Look at that. The whole animation is getting the money's worth out of it. Yeah, and I lost that in the back of a taxi. Which was a shame. I quite like that hat.
So
you're the only one that was allowed to keep all your stuff. That's weird, isn't it? You just keep your bag with all your shit in it, man.
Well, maybe the other guys didn't have any shit.
Oh yeah, I suppose it's possible.
Oh.
Yeah. So we did a
little exchange here between two characters. What's known as a dialogue.
Dialogue, yeah, or a scene.
External scene.
And here we go.
Oh! Look at that.
That's not actually. It's quite a cool little. It's very brief, this, but it's not actually that bad, is it? It's quite cool. Bang, bang, bang.
Ah.
And yeah.
Ooh, I just killed one of my mates.
You did. Tenzo Kiriyama.
Doesn't look Japanese, does it?
It doesn't. Well, you don't have to be Japanese to have a name like that, you racist cock.
Anyway.
So here's when we get into this Predator thing, which people are like, oh good, you're going to do a Predator one. It's like, no, we're sticking to this shit obscure Japanese film. That's quite cool, isn't it? But why your legs are so much colder than your body? It's because the little secret viewers, that's not actually a heat-sensitive camera, is it? It's just some shit effect.
Or maybe
your face is very cold.
Maybe Steve Ray's actually cold-blooded.
Maybe. Yeah, and never been denied that he wasn't. You know, it's never been established that he isn't.
Oh.
Woulda.
Here's me. I actually hit the tree with a stick here.
Yeah,
and I
you
do
did.
it really well.
Yeah, it's like we jump in the film or something, don't we? I can't remember. Let's tripod it back there.
Oh, look at that nutter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's me trying to emulate the crazy one from Battle Royale,
Yeah,
if anybody sees it.
Kiriyama, I think his name was.
Yeah, and there's Martin. We used to go to school with Martin.
His name is now Martin Carey.
Yeah, he changed it to sound gayer.
I emailed him like a couple of years ago and he told me to fuck off.
Did he?
Yeah, he did actually.
He was going bald though, wasn't he?
Yeah, what a bald
In
cut.
fact, because we've mentioned Martin Philpott, and because we mentioned Chard, and because I just went, "Ugh," and because Toby's obviously involved, I think maybe I'll scan in that photo of us from school and make it a DVD extra, and we'll label who's who.
Yeah, I think that's
quite
I've
clever,
still got that photo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It's down there somewhere. Right?
Oh, well, Gary's pointing.
Yeah.
Have a minute.
Yeah, well, I'll dig it out. It's got a picture of Whittaker on the back. So anyway, we're getting away from the...
Anyway,
that was cool. We found that hole by chance, and we took some smoke pellet things and set them off and left them in the hole. Those smoke pellets get used again in 2 other episodes, I believe. This is the first of 3 episodes altogether.
Yeah. In fact, I think somewhere there's a special effect here now, isn't there? Not a visual one.
In a minute. Yeah, especially. These are all visual effects.
But then a special one makes it rare appearance.
Yeah, well, we just had one as well. That smoke was a
yeah.
special effect, but we have a second special effect in a minute. This is quite a cool little gunfight, really, isn't it?
Lots of the later episodes just became like gunfights.
Yeah. I think you're sort of a bit random as to where you're aiming though. Look,
Hey, look at that.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? That's a good special effect.
Michael Takai.
You were a bit during that gunfight. You were sort of just firing everywhere. Yeah. Never mind.
Oh, I passed the test.
Yeah, you passed the test. Yeah. There's a plastic bag in the background which you try and cut out. I think you see it again right at the very end when you walk off. That became another slight motif, didn't it? You just like walking off at the end. In fact, I felt a bit depressed about this episode by the time I finished it. I thought it was a bit flat and boring, which is why I made the boom at the end, like quite down and downbeat and depressing. Because it's a pretty weak ending, really, isn't it? Listen.